The presentation of today's racing program is a copyrighted broadcast of the New York Racing Association, Incorporated. Any rebroadcast, recreation, or retransmission of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of the New York Racing Association, Incorporated is strictly prohibited.
Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, please stand for our national anthem. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Saratoga Racecourse on the first Sunday of the 2022 racing meet. And we have mostly sunny skies. The temperature will get into the upper 80s later today. The main track is fast. The turf courses are firm. The portable rail is up at 12 feet on the melon turf and at 9 feet on the inner turf. No carryover in the pick six. And right now we'll take a look at the changes for today's 10-race card. In the first race, a rider change on number 1, Sorpreso. The jockey is Jackie Davis. Jacqueline Davis rides number 1, Sorpreso. And scratch number 6, New York Riesling. Scratch the 6, New York Riesling. There are no changes in the second. And no changes in the third. In today's fourth race, scratch number 4, Truculent. Scratch the 4, Truculent out of the fourth. In race 5, scratch 1, Great Workout, and 1A, Storm Shooter. Scratch 1 and 1A out of race 5. Sixth race, no changes. In the seventh race today, note that number 4, Lady Thornhill, wears a hood again. And scratch 11, Classic Lynn, 12, Carragate, and 13, Galena. Scratch 11, 12, and 13 from race 7. Featured eighth race is the 13th running of the Grade 3 Quick Call Stakes, presented by the Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation. The 2 is 1 pound over, and these scratches: scratch 5, Dance Code, 6, One Timer, scratch the 9, Zenbei, and 10, Hagler. Scratch 5, 6, 9, and 10 out of race 8. No changes in the ninth. In today's 10th and final race, number 1 will be 1 pound over. These scratches: scratch 6, KT Cal, 14, Quiet Type, 15, Dolce Gigante, and 16, Frosty Invasion. Scratch 6, 14, 15, and 16. A rider change on the 13, I'll Go All In, to Jackie Davis. Jacqueline Davis on the 13. I'll Go All In. Main track fast, turf course is firm. We'll come back at 12:30 to recap the changes. First race post is at 1:05. Up next, Serling, Stabile, Talking Horses.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Talking Horses, presented by Saratoga Water. My laughing friend here is Anthony Stabile. We're discussing insects and friends.
Yes.
Anyhow, it's a glorious day here at Saratoga for the day 4, the last day of opening week here at Saratoga, an abbreviated first week. It's been a tremendous first week. We want to thank everybody for making it such a great week.
Amazing
Had
crowd
a
here
big
yesterday.
crowd here yesterday,
Amazing.
30,000, a big crowd for Saturday in July. Handled over $37 million. It looks likely to handle over $100 million opening week here, and it doesn't happen without you guys. It doesn't happen without the owners who support this game, but it doesn't happen without the bettors who support the game as well. Who knows? Guys like us might have to find a way to make a living in a legitimate way, and that's a scary
Shudder at the
thought
thought.
for us, for sure, and our families. So thank you very much. It's been a great weekend, and it's another terrific card to close it out.
You're on a roll today.
That's just, if you're not happy in Saratoga,
That's
you're
true.
just not going to be happy anywhere.
That's true.
I'm sorry. It's just fans are here. The fans are great. The racing is great. Everybody's good. I got a ride home from Joel Rosario last night. What could
Wow.
be better than that? What better way to end your day?
3-win day. Unbelievable job.
After
Doling
you
out the
won
speed
big
of an
stake
Italian.
with an Italian. It was
Yes.
great.
Filo
yeah.
a filo. Wire to wire.
Yeah, no. She was very good.
was
I thought
good
Nick
yesterday.
Tamaro liked her. He made a big case for to me the other night. Anyhow, you need to head over to Naira Bets. If you aren't, and speaking of Joel,
Speaking
there
of
he
Joel.
is. He's telling you right there. And why wouldn't you listen to him? The guy won the Diana, the first grade winner of the Saratoga meet. First of many. I believe 18 is the number.
Yes, I believe so.
Will be the jumps on Wednesday. And use the promo code TOGA200. Sign up for Naira Bets. We'll match the $200 of your initial deposit. Play through Naira Bets. Support racing in New York. Wow, there's now a spider on me. That's one of your bug friends. That thing was a little...
That's not a spider. I
What
don't
is
know
it?
what that is. He was here last night. One of them was here last night. There were at least a dozen different types of bugs here
I was
last night.
just telling Anthony, that's why I was laughing, that I've got a number of ants in my apartment. But I feel it's the Hindus, right? They can't...
I believe
I
so.
can't do it. I can't kill them. Poor things. I can't be the one
And
who
he's a
ends their lives.
pacifist.
I can't do it. 10 times points at Laurel and Ellis Park. That's today. What else do we have? We don't know if you have to sign it. Oh, now this is the first of many.
I saw Donnie getting the...
Donnie Nelson?
Yes, I saw Donnie
So-and-so?
Nelson getting the packages ready to head over for the low roller. He was very excited about this.
Well, not only the low rollers, Thursdays and Sundays, closing day as well, I want to say. So we got about 16 of them. Only play on track, $40 buy-in, $30 bankroll, $10 prize
Lot of
pool.
fun.
Head over to the Miller Time 4-Star Dave Bar, sort of below the carousel. On the first floor, Ray and Jay Big day for Jay today.
Which is ridiculous.
I'm not going to develop, but a very exciting day for Jay today. Do you know Jay at all?
You introduced me
Jay
last
is a
year.
great man. He really is. Only because he has a nice wife, because he was probably terrible before Jess married him. Anyhow, he's over there. Head over for the low rollers. A lot of fun. It really is. Good guys, too. So head on over
a ton of fun.
for the low rollers contest. And what else? I don't think we have an opening day, so I guess there's probably 15 of them. Okay, this is, try to follow along for this.
2-1-2.
It's not an
Simple.
easy one.
2-1-2, the Old Manhattan
1 to
area
3,
code.
3 to 455, just to keep you on your toes. And what could possibly go wrong here? 455 to 630. Saratoga Live. All right, race number 1. So race number 1, Miracle Mike. I will say the losing to Andiamo Frenzy. We'll take a look at his finishing second, riding the gold rail to his second place finish. Thought Andiamo Frenzy ran well yesterday. He was third, right?
Yeah, he just got beat the last few jumps
Thank
for
God.
second.
Yeah, he was third, but I thought he ran well in
Did
there.
you make any money?
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Okay, good.
That was a rare good moment. And, you know, I get it. A second-time starter, probably have more speed. It's Todd Pletcher. He's a very likely winner of this race at a short price. I just wanted to guess with somebody against him, so I took a little stab, but I'm not going to die on a hill playing against this horse.
Yeah, I wasn't about to. Nothing really tickled my fancy as far as the firsters went. The one you pick's a half to absolutely one of the better named horses in the last 10
And you
or
picked
15
Pete and Billy
years.
second because of Pete. You did it for Pete, right?
I did it for Pete, yeah.
You know, I know, and I got a shirt from Lee Einsidler's the other day. Apparently, I should be very excited that I got a Casamigos shirt from Lee. Apparently, that's very. So it's for sale if anybody's interested. By the way, depending on how bad I go.
You know
so
what's
maybe I'll
better,
wait
you
a
know
few
what's better
weeks.
than the Casamigos shirt?
Cash.
Casamigos.
I was going to say cash. So you're just sucking up to Lee with this horse. A homebred for Lee.
Homebred
You think
for
Lee
Lee.
was actually involved in the breeding process?
I don't think so.
There's not a lot of pedigree in the dam
I
side.
would imagine Lee was swimming in his pool at the time of.
You don't think that he was
No,
there?
I don't think he was there. I don't think he let the teaser in. No, I
So,
don't think he did anything.
Thin Dress. Was Thin Dress the horse that he was alive in the pick six with that he bragged about on the show that got beat at the wire?
I believe it is.
Could have actually been.
I believe it is.
We knew it was, and we knew it was going to happen. So I did not use him, but it's a good suck up to Lee. I can
Thanks. You know,
appreciate.
I'm going to tell you what I did.
Besides sucking up to
Besides
Lee.
sucking up to Lee. You and I talked about this yesterday about Saratoga, right? He's the only horse
know.
that's been up here throughout his training upon arriving from Florida.
Well, I didn't say that was a good or that
No,
was a
no,
different
no, no. I'm just saying.
conversation.
So when you said that, I was finishing things up yesterday. I said, you know what? Let's give that a whirl here. I almost put him on top, but I didn't want to get too much
You
criticism
know what?
from
Yeah,
him.
that's how it
I
is.
mean, the fact of the matter
Does
is,
Lee love him?
if Miracle
Is Lee
Mike,
is this a Lee release? Do we
Miracle
know?
Mike, I mean,
Is this going to be one of Lee's releases?
Lee likes him. I mean, he's
Well,
named after.
I think love him.
He doesn't. I don't know if I don't love this. Part. He's named after a couple of guys from the local deli.
He's not named after your Pete?
It's not my Pete. No. Named after the guys that work in his local deli. That run his local deli.
Got it.
So-
Are they here? Are they in the box?
I don't
today?
know. I don't know. We'll find out in about
Lee's a
an
mensch.
hour.
They're probably there in the box
Yeah.
with them. Okay, well, I think the likeliest one to guess with will probably be Con Man.
Okay.
Constitution
I
that
would
does
agree
show
with
a
that.
good work coming into this race. A $300,000 yearling purchase. The Saratoga New York bred sale will be coming up in a few weeks. I put him fourth.
Third. You have him third. So do I.
third?
Maybe you scratched. No, you didn't
I think
scratch.
I
You didn't
wrote
have
down the
numbers.
wrong numbers. I think
Okay.
I meant to go 2 third, but whatever. It doesn't make any difference. I picked Light Man on top. It is a total guess. But the dam has produced 4 foals. 3 of them were okay. 2 of them were very solid. She was very precocious. She ran mid to high 80 buyers to begin her career. One of those Newman racing horses. And I just thought, why not? Why can't Bruce Levine have a live firster? So it's a total guess on my part. And Rob Masiello gave me a little bit of a push on Jakey Byrne, an Army Mule. Of course,
Well, there
Vinny
you go.
Viola, who's his partner in this horse, Vinny owned Army Mule, St. Elias Stable.
Yes.
And so he said this one. I think he said this one. He was texting me the other day. I was being nice to him out of, just pity for him in general, as a friend. So I have a tip here. I'm passing. on a
Wow.
tip. You're a little jealous that Rob told me that he thought this was okay. He didn't tell you, aren't you? No, you are.
Yeah,
Admit it. You really are. I can see.
I'll be honest.
I can see you burning over there with
I'm
jealousy.
jealous and surprised. It's hard to surprise me at this point in my life.
Yeah.
Hurts a strong word.
I'm stealing Rob from you.
Hurts
I'm
a
just
strong
telling
word.
you. I'm stealing Rob from you. It's clear it's
Well,
happening. Yeah.
I saw Seth a number of times yesterday, so.
Race number 2 at 6 furlongs. Because I knew that Anthony would fall into the Trinity.
Here we go.
Oh, wait. I'm just wondering, is this going to be the, you wonder when the first Noda Insanity rooting is going to take place.
This could be it.
This could be it, you think? We'll take a look at Trinity Totally beating a completely uncompetitive field at 75 cents the dollar.
I
actually did not think you would pick this horse, to be honest.
have no argument that
Just
she
looking
beat
for a video.
an absolute. This is a former Bob Edwards. This is the red, white, and blue E5 Racing Silks in honor of 4th of July, Independence Day.
Wow.
Yeah,
Bob's
first
got
time
a lot of
load up.
tricks up his sleeve.
I
know what? I don't
running
know.
this horse back quick, and they've found a particularly what I think is an easy spot.
Not as easy as the last one.
Not as easy as the last one, granted. But this is against straight 3-year-olds. And
This horse going to have to deal with Tom Amos. Mama's got to run on the outside.
No. Tom Amos is getting. Mama's got to run's going to get the lead, and this horse is going to have to.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure.
I would think so. I would think Mama's got to run.
Tyler, was that Tyler's first win in the last race
I
yesterday?
think it was. Yeah. I think
First
it was.
of many, I'm sure.
He got married on Tuesday, so he don't really need to win any this week. He got his big win.
You think that's how he feels?
He got his big win.
He's not worried about winning
He
anymore?
got Cassie
Now
Edwards.
that
He
he's
got
married?
his win for the week.
Okay.
I
think
would
he was happy to win yesterday.
I would imagine Trinity totally sits off, but maybe Manny just goes. Maybe Manny just goes. She was able to sit just off last time. So.
Yeah, but she was outside the speed.
Yeah.
It's a tough spot. I think Tom's dangerous in here as well. I thought about putting him on top.
Yeah. Tom's horse is live.
No Danny Gargan and Irad Ortiz in your top 4. And I'm not, by the way, I'm not in love with this horse. I just looked at her and thought, you know what? She's just taking a big drop down, Leviosa, and I wanted to use her on the big drop down.
Yeah, he took the
but
source of,
I don't trust her
took
either.
the source of Safi Joseph, and it looks like he's trying to find his way. Maybe his way is 25 against straight 3-year-olds.
That was
maybe.
That was.
But
so
she's been so bad, Andy.
You know, I'm hoping Waters of Maram is just better than these horses. Tialov actually didn't run that badly yesterday. Better than I expected her to run last time. Yesterday, that doesn't mean she ran particularly well. In general, her figs are just faster than these horses. I don't love her. I just thought she was a sort of logical horse in this spot, dropping down for Linda, and I thought it was sort of an appropriate drop. Linda didn't do badly with the claim because she won that race first time out and got a lot of the money back. And she's probably just dropping and thinking it's opening at Saratoga. They're claiming everything. Let them claim her for a quarter, and maybe I can get the purse.
Yeah, she'll find a new home.
She's kind of running where she belongs.
Today.
I mean, to be honest with you, where is she going to win?
I would imagine she finds a new home today.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised when Linda claimed her for 50 in the first place.
Yeah.
This horse they claim. Actually, I don't think Louis claimed this horse, did he?
No,
I think they bought
Louis
this horse after
privately.
the claim, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Waters of Maram. Your friend Louis Lasnera got a win yesterday. Chad Brown's first win of the meet.
Yes.
If it wasn't for Louis, Chad never would have got off the duck. He'd probably still be over.
Amazing, right?
Yeah, he probably wouldn't have won the Diana.
It gets the people going when you win one.
That's right.
Win one, you win 4. I thought his career was over. Todd too.
Todd won 2 yesterday.
I know.
Yeah, Todd had a very good day yesterday.
As of Friday, they were both done. They were
Won
going
that photo in the first over the first-time star for Klarovich. Ooh, it was funny. I went up. I stopped by the box, and Todd was right behind him. I said, Todd, do you know one? No, none of us knew one for sure.
You know what would be awesome?
I thought he won, Todd.
It would be awesome if you and I traded places with Todd and Chad for the day. Would help. It's a lot of help. Have Todd and Chad come up here and do this, and then you and I go to their
awesome
respective
for Todd
barns.
Fletcher or Chad Brown sources for me. If whoever I was taking for, you'd be fine. Me, whoever I took over for would be over.
I'd love for me and you to be walking through a
I'm
shed
gonna cut
together.
them some slack and say no. Race number 3. Before that conversation gets any headway. So race number 3, I think you and I agree on crosstalk. And go ahead. I mean, you can talk about it. I don't think there's a whole lot to say.
No, there's not a whole lot to say. A pair of blinkers, a drop down, getting back to the main track. I mean, this horse ran 3 times on the turf, and I'm not so sure that she's not a much better dirt horse.
Her dirt race was 1,000
Buries
times
the
better.
turf race.
Spiked to a second there, came back and beat a solid field at Belmont Park. I mean, the question is, what has Dave Duggan been doing running this horse? But he hasn't only had it But why run this horse to the turf? It's a better dirt horse.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm not sure this horse is a bad claim for a quarter, to be honest with you. I mean, it doesn't mean she has to win here.
You said it, I didn't. But yeah, I agree.
She's found the right field here. If she's
sure
going to
has.
beat these horses, I mean, and I'll tell you something, she's not going to be 7-2.
And listen, the truth be told, the first turf race, she ran behind a horse who really hasn't come back to do much running. That was a dressed-up maiden special weight race. It really wasn't a maiden special weight race.
I bet her that day.
She belongs in for a tag.
No.
This is where she belongs.
No, I agree. But she has not been on the dirt since her debut.
Correct.
And when
I don't know
she
what
is,
that's all
she's
about.
running at a lower.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about.
Well, maybe the owners wanted to run there.
Yeah,
We don't really
right.
know. We also have a lot more turf opportunities than dirt
We do.
opportunities. So maybe it was a question of just finding the races that were there. You and I have the same 3 horses. I mean, maybe to the 2. Oh, you've got to the 2 second because it's Louis. I got him 3rd. You know, he didn't buy me a burger yesterday.
No, this
so.
horse never ran on a fast track. Never ran on a fast
I know
track.
it's amazing. He's like a curse.
I mean,
He was bad last time.
She's
though.
run 6
Or
times.
She was bad, Anthony. She was so bad.
I know.
last time.
I know.
That's
I
what
know.
worries me.
Oh no! Listen, it's one of those races where, you know,
There ain't a
you're
lot
hoping
going
she
on.
needed to race off the almost year. She's getting a fast track for the first time. The blinkers come off. Crosstalk's going back to the dirt. Even Shane's Risk. I mean, you have a horse second. I have a horse third. That got beat a combined 44 lengths in her first 2 starts, and she's going to be the third. Maybe the second choice
it's
in
so
here.
hard to make cases for horses in this
I know.
race. Escape with Friends is first time in the dirt, but it's really not. It's probably better turf pedigree. You look at the inside, too. The Rob Atras horse, it's a terrible family. There's just not. It's all turf, too. And then you got the Matthew O'Connor horse in the rail. It's actually got a little bit of pedigree.
Yeah, a little pedigree. Training down in Florida.
I mean,
I put him fourth.
I would
put him fourth.
definitely be looking to see if the one takes unusual money in here because
Yeah.
you know, I wouldn't now. And Roz, who should have won 3 back and did win 2 back and just got fouled the whole stretch and for some odd reason wasn't placed first. But she was awful last time, and even so, she's just not that good. She got her chances. I guess she's not impossible.
No, I mean impossible. I mean, is it?
Impossible is a funny word to use in this race.
That's what I was going to say. Can you even use that word in this race?
Race number 4. So
It might be impossible that one of them's not going to be a maiden when the race is over.
maybe 2.
Maybe 2.
So I think the question of race 4, and I don't think you'll disagree, is where did this race, and we'll take a look at 235, come from, and is he capable of running it again? Because the figure of 99 is very legit. I mean, they just destroyed. They were 12 lengths in front of the rest of the field, and these weren't a bunch of tomato cans they were running against. He's in great form, but where the heck did that race come from, and can he repeat it? Repeats it, he's going to win.
I have no clue. I have no clue where that race came from. None.
Tanner Machi's had a great meet at Belmont.
They
which is nice
they
to
were
see
quiet
because they're-
all year long
they're great
until
guys.
Belmont. Yeah, they are great
Easiest
guys.
people to root for at the racetrack.
Ilke lost 55 pounds, I think.
Really?
Getting himself healthy. Yeah. Well, love those guys. Yeah,
No,
I mean, they beat the field by a pole here.
This
Where did
was-
it come from?
I mean, he's been in good form, but that race was.
No, that was otherworldly. I don't know where that race came from.
He runs that race again. He is going to win.
He's got a stretch to the 2 turns now, too, Andy. That's. He won a Mahoning Valley around 2 turns going a mile.
Yeah.
He's 0 for 6 at the mile and an eighth. I know
Race
he's
here,
run some
though, at a
decent
mile and eighth
fakes.
was fine
It was
last
good.
year. It was as good,
Yeah,
if
it
not
was
better
good.
than the race he was running then.
No, I
Kenny
agree.
Tycoon ran that day. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pick him, but I'm not going to be shocked when he wins. I think you and I are in similar pages with him. Crafty Daddy. I tried Jason Barkley yesterday.
I know you did. So this horse has run 6 times on a main track, 1 time on a wet track, 5 fast track races. He ran in the Clark, the Fayette. He won off the turf stakes race. He won a high-priced optional claim or money allowance, and he was second last time off of a year-plus layoff. It's a pair of blinkers. First time Jason Barkley. You gave him a shot yesterday. I'm going to try him today. I would imagine he's going to be forward from the 6 hole now with the scratch of Truculent. And it takes out the speed. The scratch takes out the speed, so it helps
Really?
him. Well,
You don't think that
I guess
Indemage is the
Indemage
speed
is
or
going to go.
War Stopper?
We don't know what
got to go from the rail with War Stopper, doesn't he?
Where is his speed gone, Andy? His speed's been gone for over
the
a
rail,
year.
though, in these mile and eighth races.
I guess. But you think Tyler's just going to You think Tyler's going to sit there with this horse who has some speed? He
No,
gets a
but
pair of blinkers.
it's just so hard, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't disagree. No, I agree with you philosophically. I think he's no worse than theoretically the second fastest horse in the race. I agree with you 100%. I just, you think about these outside posts. Think about in the race that Louis' horse won yesterday that Trevor was riding the horse on the outside with speed. You just can't, one or two guys go inside of you, and there's just no way to clear.
Three deep, yeah.
You just can't clear. It's so interesting watching.
I think he's fast enough to get around most of them. If you're right, maybe Warstopper or Indamage gets in front. I can't imagine both of them will get in front of him. If they do, you just got to take the tuck.
I think Warstopper is very, very dangerous here.
He's
Rob.
interesting. He's interesting.
But it's hard, and this is not a knock on Rob, but it's tough getting horses from Todd Pletcher, and this is a private purchase. Unless they sold at some auction or something and they bought it. But this was not beast mode beforehand. New owners. I think he's dangerous from the inside. I won't be surprised if he's a little bit aggressive. I don't know. I kind of went to who's the best consistent horse, and that's Zoomer. He's won at 1 1/8 before. I mean, you look at some of the races he was running, and what kind of chance did he have last time? What kind of chances he had in recent races?
No, his last 2 races he had no chance, and he ran well enough in the Caixa Electronica.
Yeah, I just thought he was a very logical horse in this spot. I don't love him. I just thought he was pretty logical. I like you say, I had a lot of trouble with this race. A lot of trouble with this. Because one of the reasons I had trouble with this, I don't think there's a no-shotter in the entire race.
There's not a no-shotter in the entire race. You're right. And my problem with Zoomer was last time he got the money, he got
some trip.
An incinerated pace.
Yep.
The last 2 times
But
he
it was
really got some
sound
good
money.
pace.
I mean, they were good horses, but
They were
right.
good horses, but I mean, they just got cooked on the
brilliant
front
trips,
end.
no
And
doubt about it.
he got a great ride from Dylan Davis that day. Even the win before that, he got a pretty solid pace to run into. So,
I wanted to make locally owned. I tried to make him
too.
because he's got races that are good enough here, and obviously he stunk in his last 2 races, but those were a lot better horses. And even though he can go long, he's also effective going 9 furlongs. He's not one of these bad 9 furlong horses that gets good going 11 and 12.
No, a couple of falls ago, a couple of autumns ago, he ran against Chess Chief when he was in good form. Fort Peck. These are horses that were, he won going 1 mile on the 16th around the 2 turns at Churchill. Yeah, he's, and I think, at one point, Flying P decided that he would just try to corner the market on the 1.5 races with Lone Rock. And
he kind of did.
When he beat him in the Grand Prix American Jockey Club,
Gold Rail,
got it right. Gold Rail. The other one,
he really
Lone
should
Rock
get a
was
special gold star for getting
that right.
Yeah. Grand Prix. What is it again?
Grand Prix American Jockey Club.
That's a mouthful.
Like that? I think there's only 5 letters not used in the alphabet in the race. That's when you have too much time on your hands. But yeah, I mean,
impressive.
The Brooklyn, the Flat Out, even that Thoroughbred Aftercare race at Del Mar, which is essentially the old Breeders' Cup Marathon. I mean, it's such a class.
I tell you, I can't speak for you, but I missed the Breeders' Cup Marathon. If there was ever a race that should have a Breeders' Cup race, the Breeders' Cup Marathon.
Were you a bigger Breeders' Cup Marathon fan or Juvenile Sprint?
Is that the race that Calvin Burrell and Javier had the fight in the winner's circle?
Jeff Siskin's horse.
I'm going to lay the price with Javier.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Really?
I don't know about that. I don't know.
He just got youth on his side.
Calvin Burrell was angry. That guy was angry. That was an angry man that day.
He was angry.
You have no idea what anger can do to a man.
He was angry. And Javier's not an angry guy.
This is some show today.
Javier's not an angry guy. He's a lovely guy.
This is the wires coming at the end of week 1.
It's been a fun week. Have you not had a fun week today?
Sorry.
Johnny Kakamis, who's had a fun week.
We were doing the Blood Horse Stakes recap, and Bailey Gallison asked me how much sleep I got. I said, it was about 5 hours.
You weren't just lifting your head off the desk when the thing started?
Snap my fingers, change suits, and yeah. But, I mean, if there's a place you can live without sleep, it's Saratoga.
No, I've been sleeping well. I got about 5 hours, got up, did a little work, and went back to sleep for a couple hours.
You love doing that. That's your move. I do that sometimes. I've patted myself after you sometimes. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll get some work done.
If I wake up and I can't get back to sleep, I get work done, and then I fall back asleep. Yes,
Yep.
So why not? Better than lying in bed and get some time to do something. Okay, so race number 5 hits the pick 6. No carryover in the pick 6.
Congratulations. Almost 300 dimes yesterday. Nice work if you got there.
You put that thing on the same ticket together.
You deserve 300,000.
That was very hard. Congratulations is right. And I love that we have the regular pick six and
The dollar ticket's something I was advocating for 25 years.
Had a long text conversation with someone of great respect in the game who was discussing his appreciation for the pick six as well, as opposed to those awful jackpot bets.
Yes, sir.
Bane of people's existence. Race number 5. So you've got this guy. I'm telling you, I didn't know, but I'm doing it. If I could handicap as well as
You're
I'm
like
getting
Kreskin
your
at this
picks
point.
as my top thing.
You've been handicapping just
I'm
fine.
going to tell you right now, I don't like this horse.
I can tell.
No,
8-2-5-10 is an
go ahead.
indication.
And I'm not. We'll show the replay. I'm not. This is. It's about 10 minutes ago. Sheriff Bianco won, right?
Yeah,
This
and
is one week ago.
I like running this horse back this quick. I like just coming right back, strike all the
Why not?
irons hot. Got on the firm ground down at Belmont. Yeah, this horse has a decent enough fig and a nice maiden win up here last year. And if this horse should repeat the maiden race, he'll be right there.
Okay,
Be
I'm
right
going to
on
give you a
the money.
stat that's going to make. Now you
All
can
right.
say,
You're gonna
well,
make me nauseous?
he's running back on short rest off of Wesley
Okay.
Ward's training.
Right.
Linda Rice off the claim with turf sprinters. This was one of the shocking, and stats will return next week. We'd had some issues, so I hadn't been sending them in. Linda Rice off the claim with turf sprinters. 1 for 22 over
I
the
knew it
last
was
5
one.
years.
I
1 for 22.
I knew it was one.
Linda, got to improve on that. 0 for 7.
She
is
won
Sarah-
her title. She won her title up here, winning the turf sprints.
I think 19 wins. Back to beat. She beat Todd.
Yeah.
0 for 7 off the claim with turf sprinters at Saratoga, with 1 hitting the board. This horse, in my opinion, beat a terrible field on a gold hedge when they had taken the rails down on the inner turf, and I don't like this horse.
I think she's going to sit. I think he'll sit right off, be the boss, and do what he has to do from there.
That'll be interesting. What about Disco Dino? I mean, I know these dirts don't always have speed, but that horse not slow. Doesn't Luis Saez have to go? What about Veterans Beach cutting back? See, I think the cutback for Veterans Beach. Wow, you and I, we're like on. Well, we got the 10 and 5 in there, but we're in different.
Veterans Beach is
you
the
think
famous
Veterans Beach
infamous
cutting back to
fifth
5.5 furlongs was good for him? I just thought 7 was too far for him. He was bad last time. I'm not going to defend him. He was bad.
He was terrible last time. That was my problem with the last race. Was just not very good.
I thought the cutback would really help him. Though.
Okay.
That's what I was sort of hoping for. I was thinking that the 5.5 would be much better for him. Yarrow, your friend Yarrow. Boy, if Yarrow finds out you didn't pick him, he's going to be despondent.
Is this not the most impossible win you've ever seen? How did this
Look at
horse
Colleen
win?
with the shades, by the way. She's looking very cool. Those shades.
Colleen's ready for Sunday. Colleen's ready for the weekend.
Full day with Kaka.
How did this horse get up?
Everyone's dream.
Am I wrong? How does this horse get up from here?
Well, because I bet the horse was in front at 6 or 7 to 1.
Well,
this was the last month or so at Belmont in a nutshell.
It was somewhat of a rhetorical question. He gets up because the horse on the lead came back to him.
He remembered he had me on his back. I texted Tom. It was a Morley horse. I texted Tom race. I said, "How did we just lose that race?"
So, I mean, this horse is going to be favored off that last race, and the fact is, the 2 races this year are just simply not fast enough to win.
I don't disagree. He had a lot of trouble two back.
He did.
He had a legit trip two
He
back.
did. He had a legit trip.
I made a lot of money in that race, and I got lucky. That horse should have won two back.
He had a legit trip, but he came back and he won off the trip at 4 to 5 in an impossible win, and now what?
And Feathers Road he beat is like just a perennial maiden, and the horse in front just stopped.
And he is going to be the favorite in here. He can win. And if you're playing an early pick 5.
Yeah, no, I feel the same. This horse you and I agree on.
Triple play starts here
race.
today, too. Races 5, 7, and 8.
You got to play for that up on Naira
No,
Bets?
no.
What? Anthony, that's it.
We had 4 tickets up
It's only
yesterday.
so much I can take. 4 tickets yesterday?
4 tickets yesterday.
What have you done for us lately?
Exactly.
Apparently nothing. Okay, so Neuro.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Well,
you love this guy. You love this horse.
This horse doesn't have. How many races does this horse have in his PPs that can win? I'm not.
4.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be a short price. And I'm looking at this race, and believe me, I don't totally love him. He's off a layoff. Got to come back for Bobby Robato off a layoff and run well.
Love seeing my
He's
Dinah.
not a router.
Love seeing my Dinah in the pedigree, Kathleen Farron.
I know. I
great.
love my Dinah.
She was awesome.
Kathleen Farron. When did we lose her? 2 years ago?
Maybe 2. I thought
She
it
was just terrific, terrific trainer.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I loved all those horses she had.
Yeah.
My Dinah, what a good horse she was. I mean, this horse's races against better horses that can win.
I'm breaking your chops a
I'll put
little
it this
bit.
way. I know you're having fun. No, of course you are. We're all just having fun. Anyway.
You have to, if you think like me, there's not an abundance of speed in here. He's up against it. But if you think there's going to be a little pace,
Well, let me ask you a question. is he not a better horse than Yarrow with a similar running style? Now, Yarrow
Well,
Yarrow has the recency, and he could be a slightly improving horse, and I got all that. But Yarrow's going to be half the price or less.
With a
this
race
horse.
under his belt. See, you're a little braver than I am
No,
in
I
this
don't-
instance.
I don't love
With
the
a race
way-
under his belt, I would have had this horse 1, 2, 3.
I don't love but I didn't like anybody else here. I actually agree
That's
with
fine.
almost everything you said. We just I haven't done not like the horse you like on top. It doesn't matter. That's just handicapping. I think Athenry is a little more dangerous. No, you like Athenry more dangerous.
Yeah.
I worry that Athenry is not a 5.5 furlong horse. That's what worried me about it.
Bothers me too, but the fact is this horse came back from the break. This horse went to the break when this horse started the turf sprint, went to the break, kind of rounding into form, came back from a 6-month layoff and just picked up right where he left off. I love horses like that. And I think that, if he can adapt to the 5.5 and he doesn't get too far out
He
of
beat
it.
King Moon Racer last time. Well, you were right about the other
Of
day.
course.
I don't think it was 5.5. He was just awful.
I absolutely am worried about that. But this horse he's kind of gotten better. And let me say this.
Well, he can win here.
Are we not sure that the 5.5 isn't going to help him?
No, of course not. But I worry that he's a horse that run well enough going a little farther. That's what worries me. But I'm not sure. I picked the horse fourth. I'm not. I don't have a strong opinion. By the way, my friend Steve texted and he said in the previous race, Warstopper sold at auction for $57,000 for it. Just like
Okay. Very
a little
good.
piece of information. Quick break. We got 5 to go. And you think you've had fun now, just wait.
For almost 150 years, the Saratoga name has been synonymous with the finest quality, sustainably sourced spring water available anywhere. Saratoga carries on the rich tradition of its forefathers by crafting each stunning blue glass bottle with the same attention to detail and care that has been its hallmark for generations. Visit SaratogaSpringwater.com today or ask for us by name at your local market or restaurant. Saratoga Spring Water. Make every day exquisite.
We're back. He's Anthony. I am Andy. Race number 6. I feel as though, and you and I, what happened there? There we go.
I don't know if they were trying to cut me out drinking my water. I don't know what was going on. I have to stay hydrated, guys.
You're looking very sharp today, by the way.
Thanks.
Oh, I do have to make you laugh. When I was teasing you last week when you had something going on with your head, and I was saying, boy, if you didn't I know better, I think that was a rug you
Yes.
were. A guy said to me yesterday, thank you for telling me that about Anthony, because that's what he thought it was. We were laughing about it on the way out.
I went home, before I left, I went to Ruben. I was like, they think it's a rug, man. You got to do something there. So he cut it a little shorter.
I thought it was an animal. I didn't think it was
got
a
a
rug.
little
I thought it was
we got a
actually
little product in
I
there
thought
now.
it was live. I was going to call
I
the
donated all the old.
SPCA.
I donated
because
all the
top
old
of your
clothes,
head.
by the way.
What's that?
All the oversized clothes. I'm down 12 suit jacket sizes,
you're looking
I
very
handed
sharp.
them all off to St. Mary's.
All right.
Yeah.
No, you're looking good.
Thanks.
Trouble is just, if Trouble loses this race, I'm going to lose. His last
Wow.
race, he was getting so much better. The only thing I'll say about Trouble is, I'll have some backups, but I'm saying he's just supposed to beat these horses. Now, I don't love the drop down. Kelly Breen, though, for what it's worth, 50% drops in the dirt. 19 for 69, 28%, 230 ROI. He's 4 for 8 at Naira, 373 ROI, 1 for 1 at Saratoga. And he got involved in a monster pace duel. I don't love the drop down because he had an excuse last time and didn't run that badly, but I mean, he's just supposed to win here, isn't he, Anthony?
Yeah, and are we too sure, Andy, that this isn't what he's worth at this point in his career?
No, I think he's worth more than that. I don't think he's worth 35, but I think he's probably worth 25.
Right, and if you're worth 25, you get claimed and win here, you get your 32.
I'm not.
You're out the door.
Not,
Yeah,
I get
no,
it. I still don't love these drop downs, Anthony, because we've
I
seen
don't
him
either.
not
Listen,
doing well.
I took the 2 drop downs. I took him a Majestic Tiger.
Well, you.
I love Majestic
you
Tiger.
dream of Majestic Tiger.
I
mean,
made a nice little score with him when he paid
$10.
$10 back in March.
Yeah, he's run well since.
But listen, when he hasn't run well since.
I know,
Blinkers
yes,
come
he's
off.
joking.
He drops down. You know, this is the kind of look. Both of these horses are probably getting claimed today.
Listen, if
Trouble, there'll probably be a 15-way shake for Trouble.
but just to compare, and I'm not saying this to knock, because yes, Majestic Tiger has an excuse last time, but he was involved in the pace with Trouble, and Trouble beat him by 20 lengths. That I'm just saying. No, I'm not knocking Majestic Tiger. I'm saying that shows how well Trouble.
They put the
ran.
blinkers on last time. The blinkers came off now. I wanted
You
the 2
love him.
drop downs.
He's your boy.
He's been a
You
pet
just
of
have
mine for
mad
about
love
8
for
months. One of these 2 horses will probably win.
Isn't Victory
90%
built?
Trouble.
Isn't Victory built? I know he's 2 for 33. There is no better stretch duel than Victory built and Quick Flash. No, you. No, you. And then Quick Flash came back and won that race. He may be one of the most improbable
Belmont
winners.
Day. Kicked off Belmont Day.
The most improbable winners of the entire year.
I don't disagree.
That horse.
How about coming off the effort he had against Victory Built and then coming back to win?
I mean,
Yep.
Against better horses, Rail was good, but still. Brunate and Road to Success. I think you liked Brunate in this race. He ran fine, by the way. It was a bad pick. I'm not.
I did. I thought
they lost Alfie Solomons, who was an overwhelming favorite. What worries me with Road to Success is Jeffrey Englehart has been as hot as he was this winter, as cold as he's been lately. Can't Brunate win here?
Sure.
The Bonds are going to win races up here. It's just a question of when.
Of course. It just took some time for. It's going to take it might take a little more time than usual. I needed this horse. I thought this horse was going to get the money this day. He
ran fine. The other horse was better. The other horse was loose. The other horse was odds on, Anthony. It's not like you were.
I know.
You were taking
I think
one
of the real drops has to win this race. And I mean, I'm 90% Old Trouble, 10% Majestic Tiger. If it was anything closer, I would have flip-flopped them just for price sake. But Old Trouble's supposed to win this race.
Old Trouble is supposed to spell trouble for the rest of the field.
Is he the most likely winner he might be the most likely winner on the card. You don't like to say that about conditioned claiming horses in 3 Life for 14, but.
Race number 7. You and I agree in race number 7.
I thought we would. So my picks are in the Daily Gazette every day.
Really?
Yeah.
My mom gets the Gazette. I wonder if she knows.
She might be able to see my mug every morning. I don't know if my picture's in there. I haven't got a paper yet.
For that.
Yeah.
Something extra.
This is the
very nice breakfast with Mom this morning.
I saw was that little candied bacon?
It was
regular bacon.
We had French toast and bacon. Regular bacon.
Nice.
It was delicious. Sunday's always a special. Normally it's cereal and fruit. I have breakfast with Mom every morning.
That's awesome.
What better way to start your day?
Maybe I get an invite over for breakfast one morning.
No, you're out. You're here.
Yeah, not Sundays.
You work like 24 hours a day.
I do. So I'm fine.
Well, we'll look at New Guinea, and I'm fine.
Okay.
Last time out, where I'm fine, finished 4th. And, I mean, New Guinea and I'm fine were both dramatically compromised by the lack of pace in here. The difference between the two, and New Guinea obviously beat I'm fine by quite a bit, is that New Guinea was on the rail the whole way until the stretch and angling out, whereas I'm fine was 4 wide entering the turn, 2 wide after that, 2, 3, 4 wide in the second turn. And, I mean, I don't think it's a secret that one of the reasons, and Anthony and I like this horse, is there's a rider switched to Luis Saez. And I'll say something, and I said this before at Belmont. This is a better turf horse than dirt horse.
Yes.
This horse gets a little more involved. This horse is just a better horse in the turf.
I thought you were crazy when you liked him. You liked him last time or 2
No,
starts back?
2 back I didn't like him. I picked him like second, and I was giving a speech on him. I just said, if you look at the race at Fairgrounds, they're better on the turf than they were on dirt.
That was the day you gave the speech, yes. You're right, and you turned out to be right. The rider change, yeah. The live long shot of the day in the Daily Gazette.
Ooh. But New Guinea was compromised by the lack of pace. You know, in looking at track trends, by the way, I was doing the first 3 days and 2 of them this morning. I don't know if it's just dynamics and horse quality, but for what it's worth, closers have dominated the inner turf races.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Right?
It may just be Diana. Yeah, I mean, it's not that speed has done terribly.
Counter-historical.
But closers have dominated those. Well, I mean, it's not surprising when that happens in turf racing. It's just, it's not something you expect. I don't have a knock on New Guinea. Should get a little bit more on his pace. Just okay is not okay. Isn't Ricardo supposed to go to the front with this horse?
Yes.
He's off the layoff, a switch to the pause from Todd Pletcher. This horse...
The pause, first person I saw walking in this morning.
Ooh, he must be excited. This horse stumbled forward and kind of took him out of the race.
Yep.
But I'm going to say something. Irad Ortiz gave this horse as good a ride as you can give a horse after that. He gets over the fence. He's same ground every step of the way. You're going to see him slip through on the inside. And he just... I mean, he lost to a horse, Karis, who might just be better than these horses when she was in good form back then. But I think a lot of people said how unlucky she was because of the stumble, but didn't an awful lot of good go her own way in there?
Yeah.
But she could wire this field, couldn't she?
You know, I've been on my soapbox about the recency. If she had a race under her belt, I would have probably picked her today. For that simple reason. But, yes, she can certainly wire this field.
Ross was pretty good off layoffs.
She can certainly wire this field. I have a 5th. Yeah, she's dangerous.
Yeah, I toyed with putting her on top. I tell you who I'm not a huge fan of.
Russia.
You've got a 3rd. She's just not very good. I know the third horse won out of that race, right? Was the third horse that won out of that race for Todd? But that horse ran yesterday. That horse ran a dramatically improved race.
Yeah.
A lot of horses out. I'll tell you who I picked yesterday who was awful. Saratoga Chrome. Something must have gone wrong. That horse never got out of a gallop in
didn't
that
run.
race.
Yeah.
I mean, neither did the horse, the favorite, the Chad Brown horse. She was bad too. But at least she was engaged at one point. I mean, Saratoga Chrome just never. Tyler was on the rail with her. He tried to motivate her. She had no horse at any point. Race number 8, the Quick Call. Is Quick Call kind of before your time up here?
Up here, yes.
Yeah, Quick Call, be groovy.
And this is presented by our friends over the TRF.
Correct.
So.
Quick Call, of course, such a huge part of their program at Walk Hill in general. It's a great program. And TRF, the Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation, one of those, listen, we never tell people how to spend their money, but if you're looking to support aftercare of horses, certainly the Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation is important.
Absolutely.
I'm going over to see some of the horses with Kim. I was going to do it tomorrow. It might rain tomorrow, so we're going to postpone until Tuesday.
And we're working on our, we're hashing out the details of the fundraiser for the
Anthony's
year.
got me playing bocce ball.
Playing bocce this year. I guess we could. Everybody's agreed to this, so
I'm good. Now, you said that Chad is Chad Brown's
it's going to
my
be
partner?
Andy. It's going to be Andy and the defending leading trainer Chad Brown.
I have not. Chad has not said anything about this to me. Now I've barely spoken to him. I had dinner
Louis
with him
and I
last
spoke
night,
to Chad about it a couple of weeks ago.
And is Louis
downstate.
Lasnero your partner?
And it's going to be me and Louis Lasnero. Yeah.
I feel like that this is you guys are trying to set me up because I brought Kirk Wyckoff last year. I, by the way, did not know, and I know you know this, that Kirk Wyckoff is a ringer. I knew you guys were in trouble when he brought his own
came
golf
with
club.
vests. He came with the vest, the outfit, the uniform didn't give it away.
Anthony, you know me well enough to know that I had given enough thought to that one to think that he was a ringer. I should have known though when he volunteered so quickly.
Yeah, that text, that phone blew up when that text came.
And then when we were starting, and his son texted me, and he said, my dad has made more money hustling golf than anything in life, I knew you were in trouble.
Yep.
So we'll start out by looking at the Big Invasion asymmetric race. I am surprised you have asymmetric as low as you do. You and I have a disagreement in this race. I think asymmetric ran an unbelievable race because he ran off under Irad Ortiz. And you don't see this happen with Irad. This horse just ran off on him. And I thought it was incredible how well he finished to be second, going 7 furlongs off the layoff after the runoff. And I'm not against Big Invasion, and I respect Big Invasion. He may be better going shorter, but I have to take asymmetric.
So I have to ask you this.
Is it personal?
First of all, I'm going to be very careful with the pronunciation here. I'm going to go Nabals.
No, how do they pronounce Johnny? How's
I'm
the
going
race?
Nabals. I don't know how anybody else is doing it. I'm going Nabals. And that's
I
how
want
my
to
story,
know
and
how
I'm
this one
sticking
got
to
by
it.
the Jockey Club.
I don't know.
Well, Gas Station Sushi got by the Jockey Club, so.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, listen, I got it, man. But you can walk into a gas station store and buy sushi.
Anthony, let's not get into that conversation.
We're not going to, but
let's not get into Colleen's.
I'm going.
Colleen's good,
yes,
wide-eyed
exactly.
over there.
It's not
okay,
cocky. It's not cocky.
Stay out of that. All right.
I'm going Nobbles.
You can go whatever you want.
That's what I'm going.
What did Travis call the horse last
I
time?
don't know.
Degram?
Did he get Kershaw right?
Speaking of Degram, is he? I hope he didn't. He was so excited when Kershaw ran the other day.
So asymmetric has to deal with him today, doesn't he?
No, he's not going to run off the way he did last time.
Okay.
It's just not. It's not going to happen. And whatever you want to call the four,
Nabals.
whatever you want to call him, I thought he ran fine. But anyway, we'll take a look at him. Here's my problem. I don't see any way that this horse is beating Big Invasion. But I think there's a way that asymmetric can beat him. So I'm not going to. It's fine if you don't like asymmetric. I'm not in any way. I mean, you have different opinions. It's fine. I'm not. I don't mean this as a criticism in any way. But to me, there's 2 horses that can win this race: asymmetric and Big Invasion. With all due respect to this horse, and I like Run Curtis Run as you do. And I'll tell you something else I'm wondering about this race. Sky and Sand ran huge 2-back.
Huge.
He was awful in the race we just saw. But Steve Asmussen is going to still ship him here and run in this race. Could there have been something wrong last time? Could he have, like had some sort of bug or something?
Yeah.
Because as well as he ran 2-back, he was atrocious last time. It's one thing to lose. He
Only
didn't run a step.
worked him once, July 1st at Ellis, and then he shipped him up here to work him a second time. But 2, obviously that's 2, but just, you know, he gave him. Steve usually works his horses back 9,
They've
10
been quiet
days
this
after.
weekend. Has he run that many horses this weekend?
No, he has
I feel
not.
like they have.
He has not. Yeah.
Don't get mad. I don't know. Maybe you've run a lot, Steve. Don't get mad at me.
I don't think he has.
I just
listen,
don't feel like I've seen that many. Maybe I'm wrong.
At this point, until Big Invasion gets beat.
That's fine. I think Asymmetric has a very, very good chance to beat him.
Okay.
And at the price, I'm willing to take a shot. And I have nothing but respect for Big Invasion. He's
Yeah.
a very, very good horse.
He just wins.
No, he's very good. He's overcome his trainer. I mean, let's be honest. And a very firm turf course is going to help him too. That's good for him. So, race number 9.
Number 9.
Sound Money. I'll tell you something. You look at him against Jackie's Warrior. He looks a little like Speaker's Corner trying to chase.
Flightline and
no,
Life
the other
is Good.
one. Life is Good last time. Flightline, he had nothing. Because he's trying his little heart out against Jackie's Warrior. And you worry sometimes that it takes a little of the starch out of him. This horse.
Cool horse. Bounced around.
This horse was entered in a non-winners of 2, 40
lot and 2 life.
And they scratched to take a shot and run him back in an allowance race.
He ran a 97.
And he's just turned his life around.
Yep.
He's the horse to beat here. I have
Another
no
horse. Life changed at Aqueduct. It's amazing.
Anthony, let's be honest. Your life and my life changed at Aqueduct.
My life.
Horses too.
Anything great that's ever happened to me happened at Aqueduct.
One of the many things we have in common.
Yes.
Our great love for the Big A.
Yes.
Not just my love for the Big A in general, but the racetrack, the Big A.
And me.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I said
yeah,
I was talking. I
of
said
course.
for you, the Big A.
Yes.
You're not even you're like the less Big A. Now.
Yeah. Almost medium A.
Less, yeah. We don't want to call you the Big A anymore. He may just be he's the best horse in the race. Horse to beat.
Yeah. This is another. I don't want to say I got a little lazy, but I'm not gonna try and reinvent the wheel. He just looks like he's the best horse in the race.
And he's not slow. He can put himself in the game.
He's got plenty of speed. Right? We were talking about
They should be moving along in
Zoomer
this race
earlier.
anyway.
He got involved in the Zoomer race.
I don't like Fortin Hill.
I put him 3rd, but
Well, it's Bill Mott. You got to.
oh, right, exactly.
I saw Bill. I chatted with Bill yesterday.
Did you? I saw him at breakfast on Friday morning, I guess.
Take a look at his last race, losing to one of our favorite horses, Mr. Phil.
Yes.
The new improved Mr. Phil.
Talked to Phil this morning.
Well, when they start, how's Phil doing?
He'll be up in August.
Excellent. Saw him at Belmont.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
feel like he's going to deal with more speed in this race than he's been dealing with. That's what concerns me. I'll tell you, I like him more than I like Gun It.
Yeah.
So
I like Nighttime a little bit.
we'll get to him in a minute.
Okay.
He's 4th in the replay circuit, so you know. I like Supremacy here. Now, the problem with Supremacy, and we'll show his last race, speaking of horses that have turned their lives around when they went back to dirt.
Wow.
I had something in my throat there for a second.
Hear this, Chad?
That was a little tease. The problem with this horse is he's a 1-number horse. Now, if he runs this race, he is going to win today. There is absolutely, what is that thing? A Dracula
I believe
or
it's
something?
a butterfly.
If he runs the race that he ran at Churchill last time, 97 buyer against Southern District, he was involved in a pace that was as wicked could get. The other horse at Duel was 5-1. He was last. Okay, last. After running low to mid 90 buyer figures in his prior 2 starts. And I know he's a 1-number horse. I get it. Though he does have a fast race going back at Churchill. But if this guy runs the race he ran last time, and the thing is, he's not going to be 5-2.
No.
And believe me, I don't love 1-number horses, 1.5-number horses. There's no denying this horse ran.
No, but
unbelievably
my
well
issue with him was the last time he ran anything close to that 97, we didn't see him for 7.5 months. Now maybe
Is it a good sign that he's back now?
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Nice
And
win
at
for
the
Brad
pri-
yesterday,
at-
by the way.
That's a nice colt.
He is. I agree.
It's a nice colt because he's got some size to him too. He's fast. He's got some. Richie pointed out this morning. He's fast and he's got some size to him. That horse could be okay. It could be a good sign. And you're going to listen. You're not going to find out at a short price. You're going to find out at a good price. He just wasn't for me.
I tell you about Nighttime, and I have him 3rd and you have him 2nd. We'll take a look at. I went back to the time machine here. I wanted to show him last year when he got beaten by a Zop to Loa West. And by the way, this is a Zop.
This was a good
This
photo.
is a tough one to call.
I can't believe he got up here.
I
And
couldn't
Joel
believe
beat him this day.
I couldn't believe he was 25-1 last time, and he ran like he should have been 125-1. No, he's got good races, this horse. I'm not discounting him. I'd like to see Dale. Is Dale around?
Yeah, Dale's here.
Oh, thanks for the call, the text, Dale. I
Dale's
appreciate
here. I
it.
didn't get one either. Don't feel bad.
I actually used to be friends with him. He never contacts me anymore.
Dale's down 115 pounds.
That's less than you, so I'm not impressed.
And if he shaved the beard, he'd probably be down another 6. Beard.
Father
The last
time.
time I
He
saw
looks
the
like
beard,
Father Time
was
with that
wicked.
thing.
Gotta keep the beard tight. It's Saratoga, man. In any event, I think with the presence of Jackie's Warrior last time, they went into the True North with a mindset that we're gonna take this horse considerably off the pace.
Right.
And I think it just completely backfired, obviously.
You think today is Sendaroo?
I don't know if it's Sendaroo, but I think it's let him break running and see how it all shakes out. I tried a cold exacta yesterday. Did not go well at all.
It was a warm exacta.
It was a warm exacta. So I'm going to play a little 4-2 here. I'm going to turn it around a little bit. Yeah, I put Fortin Hill third, but I don't really have a lot of love
I'm going
for
to tell you as we go to the last race. I'm only going to tease Anthony a little bit. The ultimate cop-out on the last race of the weekend in this unhandicapable race. And you don't get any credit if you pick the winner. I'm just telling you right now. I'm not giving you any. It's funny. I was texting I think it was David or somebody, and I said, "Is there ever been a bigger cop-out pick?" And I picked him second. I'm teasing about the race than Chad's horse in this race because she may win and she's dropping and she's stretching out. This horse did less running in her last race than you and I in a horse suit, but maybe she's found the right bunch. I got her second. I don't deserve much credit
I
either.
thought she found the right bunch. That was it. I don't have a lot to say.
She has found the right bunch. The question is she the right one?
Does she belong with the bunch, or is she better than the bunch? That's the question. We'll find out at 6:13 tonight.
If she wins this race, I will make a prediction that she is the least talented member of however many wins Chad Brown has in the meet. But somebody's got to win this race, and I listen, I don't disagree. But the other problem with her is she's just going to be short because this race is just. And by the way, David Aragona has her as a second choice. David, you're on for he wouldn't bet me this. As many lunches as you want. How is Chad Brown not favored here?
This horse will be favored.
Maybe not. I don't know. I mean,
if our Jessica was dropping as well, maybe they would have been. But she dropped last time, and she ran into that first-time starter last time that obviously ran a hole in the wind.
I'm betting that's a superstar here for Tom Morley because this horse actually ran well enough in a live race at Laurel on April to win this race. Now, I will admit, she was bad last time at 7, but those are much better horses than these, and I just thought maybe she's found her friends with New York breds and is running for a tag against New York breds, and she's just a new face in a race where I got to tell you, I spent much more time in this race than
you should have.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. If I win, I'll be glad I did, right?
Sure.
All right. It is a spectacular day.
It is really nice. It's supposed to get a little warm, but it's no rain. Nice day.
It's summer. It gets a little warm.
Summertime.
And it's not warm. It's a little mid-80s. It's not 97 warm. That's warm. All right. It's been fun.
It has. Fun week.
Maybe
we can win something today.
Andrew's here. All 18.
Andrew's birthday tomorrow.
Really? Happy birthday. That's very nice.
The whole team does an amazing job. Andrew's one of my favorites, though. He knows that, and Andrew does a great job. He deals with Al Lunacy, switching microphones
basketball
back and
fan,
forth
so
all day.
I
know.
Anybody's
Love
a
Andrew.
basketball fan.
We'll have a couple of drinks tonight for Andrew's birthday.
Very nice. Happy birthday. Let's send you to Naira Bets. No better time than the present to head over to NairaBets.com for a little fun. Use promo code TOGA200.
TOGA200. Next up, 10 times the points at Laurel and Ellis Park. You just get them. I don't even think you have to opt in for this. You just get the points. 10 times the points. That's all day today.
You know, I was wrong. It was Aragona that tried to convince me on in Italia.
Right.
There I was giving credit to Tamaro. That would be back-to-back big prices because he liked City Man.
By the way, Travis Stone pronounced it Nobles.
No, he has none. So the low roller contest. That was so easy. He didn't really think I was going to pass on that.
That was tipping to Jordan right there. Wow. Go over
Thursday
and see
Sunday,
Jay and Ray.
Jay and Ray. The
Ray
Jay
and
and Ray
Jay,
show.
Jay and
$40
Ray.
buy-in, $30 bankroll, $10 prize pool.
Get involved in
Buy
this.
the
This is a
4 Star
lot of
Dave.
fun.
Miller time, 4 Star Dave bar. And when you're with Jay, it's always Miller time.
There you go.
Or Manhattan time.
So Donnie has nothing to do with that, Donnie Nelson?
I
he
know
just-
it has
he
something
just
to do
sets
with-
them up?
He has something to do with everything.
Of course he does.
All right, that's on track only. Head over to Nyberg.com for details. Head over to the 4 Star Day Bar. I guarantee fun time. Fun contests. Really is a good time and good guys as well.